What's up, everybody? Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! My name is Raven from the Sky. Let's get into this SPHINX Pyramid of Light ANUBIS deck. Alright, so this deck was used by ANUBIS. I think it was the anime or the movie? Because there were some movies back then too, 2002 to 2004. Or both. It's been a long time, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Let me know. Was it the series or the movie or both? But I do remember the character. But anyway, Magician Souls. All right, 3 of these. All right, good for increasing draw power, but you have to send a monster or send a level 6 spellcaster from the deck to the graveyard. All right, that's what Dimension Shift is for. But it's mainly just to increase draw power by sending 2 spell or traps from the hand or field to draw 2. So there's no Dark Magician in here for you to special summon and add to the hand. But it's amazing how your opponent will get so spooked that they'll sit up there and use Regeki or Magician Souls, or use the whole world just to stop Magician Souls because they're scared that you're going to spam them with Dark Magician. I just thought that was funny last duel. He was playing Val Monica's and sat up there and used the whole world on Magician Souls. That was funny. Anyway, Ash Blossom and the Joyous Spring. 3. Self-explanatory. She's a staple at this point. I mean, throws a monkey wrench after monkey wrench in your opponent's strategy. Stops them from going fishing for cards in the deck. It's just almost like an absolute must. Everyone's running at least one of her in every deck, to the point where especially when you play this game, when you go and play like Pot of Duality, for an example, and it turns red on their side of the field, more likely they're going to activate Ash Blossom or Maxi. Those are the top 2 cards everyone always has in their hand first turn, and it's usually Ash Blossom. Mark my words. Dimension Shifter 2. Put him in the deck, to go directly tandem with Magician Souls. Although he did come in clutch and did quite a bit of damage last duel when my opponent wasn't really getting anything with those Val Monicas. So I guess either or, but he's mainly for a target for Magician Souls. All right, 3 Andro SPHINX. I mean, self-explanatory. Big beat stick. Only thing is they can't attack the turn that they're special summon unless you have skill drain out on the field. But it's best to have Pyramid of Light. That way you only have to pay 500 to summon him. You could summon him the normal way, but this deck the build is mainly so that you can get them out on the field as quickly as you can with Mausoleum of the Emperor and Pyramid of Light. But unfortunately, with Yu-Gi-Oh logic and luck, you're going to be drawing the boss card or the other SPHINXes without Pyramid of Light, despite you running 3. Now, I'm sure there are 10 million different builds online, but I chose to cobble this one together. And honestly, it's my least favorite. And I feel like no matter what build, it's just the deck is a bit too bricky. I mean, Machinus is probably my most favorite. I said this in the last video. Machinus is probably my favorite. I mean, cruising through the competition. I did not cruise this time. That cruise hit a freaking... we hit turbulent waters. We hit a rock. 3 SPHINX, what is it? Teleus, and of course 3 of the Great SPHINX, which I contemplated heavily knocking him down to 1, because I'm so sick of drawing him first turn. You can't use him unless you destroy these 2 at the same time. Like, I don't think back then, I think these were common, because the effect, I don't remember. He might have been super rare, because of his effect, but the other ones were like common or I think rare. They weren't like ultra. I don't remember it. I could be wrong. Like I said, that's 20 something years ago when these cards came out. These SPHINXes, they came out doing like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. Again, correct me in the comment section. All right. But yeah, it gets bricky. And then with today's meta, where it's just like zerg, zerg, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, they'll wipe you out in like 2-3 turns. If you're sitting there wide open with Sphinxes in your hand and no Mausoleum or Pyramid of Light, or when you try to play them, they negate and destroy it. It's just, it can be a big mess. Regeki 2, which this wasn't even in the deck first. I had to add this because I was so tired of getting wiped and overwhelmed. 1 for 1, which is usually just to get Magician Souls to increase draw power. Magic Planter. This is good for increasing draw power, but this is in the deck. What you want to do, now you can debate whether you want to run 2 or not to increase the chances of getting that and the Pyramid of Light combo. That's what you want to do. You have Pyramid of Light, you summon these 2, you have all of them in your hand, you summon these 2, you use Magic Planter, send Pyramid of Light to the graveyard, boom, then you can summon the boss card. Great combo. That's one of the biggest combos of the deck. But it's, again, I'm only running 1, so it's highly unlikely you're going to just have them all by a stroke of luck in your hand. But still, that's a good combo, because they have to get destroyed at the same time before you summon the boss card. Or, you know, your opponent could use Regeki and destroy these 2, and you can summon them from your hand that way. Either or. Pot of Duality, because draw power. I added that in. Pot of Prosperity, again, draw power. You absolutely have to have some sort of draw power. What is it? What is that? What is that called? It's something. Upstart Goblin. Couldn't think of it. That could be good too. Yeah, you'd be giving your opponent 1,000 life points, but trust me, you get these out, you'll wipe that. That's not going to mean anything. It's funny. I used to be be reluctant about using Upstart, as good as that card is back in the day, because I didn't want to give my opponent 1,000 life points. It's just some things that don't matter that you're just gonna have to overlook for the greater good of your build, your deck build. 3 Mausoleum Emperors. Okay, this is to get these out quickly and efficiently without having to rely too much on Pyramid of Light. You want to have multiple ways to get them out. All right, because again, this deck is bricky. As I said a million times already, Mountain of the Bound Creator protects the Sphinxes from being targeted by effects. However, it does not work against Mirror Force, Darkhold, Regeki. It's more so like when a Sword Soul targets it for banishment or targets it to get plucked, destroyed. So that's how Mountain of the Bound Creator works. Flawless Perfection, Attenuate, another field spell. I have this in the deck. Set this face down, or Magician Soul's face down. Every time they special summon, you draw 2. Again, because you want to have draw power in this deck. When in excited, but meh. Metaverse. Alright. Take 1 field spell, increases so which I would grab Mausoleum and then just summon that. So definitely want Metaverse. Or you could activate it straight from you searching it from your deck, which is also a good thing. Like if you have something face down and you want to draw 2, because you know they're gonna special summon, because this is special summon heavy meta. It's special summon heavy Yu-Gi-Oh! At least for the last like several years. So it's gonna benefit you. Impermanence, a staple. Self-explanatory. Don't really have to go into depth about impermanence. Skill drain, OP. Has been for the last like 2 decades. That's another GOAT format old school card. Skill drain. That helped me out tremendously off and on when I drew it throughout the duels. I drew it. I played it last the Val Monicas, but it didn't. It was more like later on. He ended up, quitting out. Oh, quote unquote connection failed. Yeah, right. It's funny how the connection decides to fail when you get the upper hand, but the first like 5 or 6 turns when they're going tit for tat, when they're wailing on you, the connection doesn't fail. Right? Okay. 3, or as I said before, maybe the connection really did fail. It happens, but yeah, it's highly unlikely. All right, so 3 Pyramid of Lights, bread and butter of the deck to get the Sphinxes out. and you don't have to pay 2,000 of Sphinx like with Mausoleum and the Emperor. You only have to pay 500, and you can special summon like 2 of them at once that one turn, although they can't attack. And when they get this gets destroyed, they get destroyed and you summon the boss card. All right. So these are absolute musts, and I do recommend running them at 3. Summon limit, self-explanatory. Special summon meta, special summon heavy Yu-Gi-Oh cuts that down. So neither one of us can special summon more than twice per turn, and that's fine by me with this deck. Lose 1 turn again. OP card. It's more detrimental than you think. That you can't, your opponent, you or your opponent, you keep that in mind. But it's mainly going to affect your opponent depending on how you play. Your opponent cannot activate the effects. Their monsters cannot trigger the effects the turn they summon. That is actually pretty detrimental. That sounds like it's not really effective, but when you lose 1 turn and see how much you freaking paralyze their field, it's because see, they can't get the effects off that turn, and most monsters, believe it or not, the effects trigger when they're summoned. Now, of course, other monsters and most monsters as well can, once per turn, but that 1 turn when they need to trigger, like that monster needs to trigger for them to special summon to add another monster to their hand so they can get the combo off. They can't do it if those are monkey wrench into their strategy. All right, those are monkey wrench into the strategy and allows you to make a comeback because they weren't allowed to fill their field up like they wanted to. Or you may not even need to make a comeback. It allows you to capitalize and get the advantage, and therefore get the upper hand because just that 1 turn. So that's actually more detrimental. That card is OP. I understand why it's super rare. Completely understand. It should be. I wonder. I can bet. I actually don't have that card in real life, but I'm gonna search it up to see if it's ultra rare. I wouldn't doubt it. All right, 2 cannons, 1 railgun, 1 Zeus. Come on, it's Zeus, and he's at what? 3 now? That's insane. You summon him out, you sweep the field. It's not OP that he's at 3 because it's a lot to summon him out. It takes a lot. You get real powerful monsters, a lot to get him out. He's not like super easy now. We all devise ways of special summoning and getting him out quicker, but the fact of the matter is you can't just slap him down like that. So to me, it's not like OP or broken. Zeus to me isn't broken. I can count on one hand how many duelists have used Zeus against me. I think Karibo won, 1 Amirage, 1 Cerebrus, 1 Phoenix, 1 Masquerina. And those are just targets for like Pot of Prosperity, honestly, and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Let's duel. Ready. Oh my heaven, look at that. We don't even have a freaking monster. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. This ain't a brick out. I don't know what is. DD Warrior Lady. That's a card. That's another old school card. I think DD Warrior Lady is like 2004, 2003. And she was super rare when she first dropped. Really good effect. DD Warrior Lady, then there's DD Warrior, and there's DD Assailant. DD Assailant, super rare as well. Same effect, but just got higher attack. Goblin, what was it? I remember Goblin Attack Force. Everybody wanted that card. It had like 2,400, 0 defense, but the attack power back then. What else? Exile Force. That was another one. I think that was super rare as well. Everyone had, that was a staple. Because it sacrificed itself to pluck another monster on the field. That, Manny the Bug. Manny the Bug was holographic. Back in the day. Look at this brick. Look at this brick out. Look at this. But I mean, this is like a casual deck. These Sphinxes aren't meant to be like tier 0, obviously. That's one of the main purposes of my Yu-Gi-Oh series on my channel, is to show, you can still have fun and you can get wins. You don't have to play meta if you don't want to. Don't ever feel like, don't ever feel like you have to play meta just to succeed. I know some people may feel that way. There are some people I've seen like kind of like leave competitive play because they feel like they don't like Yu-Gi-Oh right now. and the meta has a very, very big reason to do with that. Because why else? They think, what was that? It was a tournament. I think it was a year or 2 years ago. It was at a tournament. It was like, man, I'm stepping away. It's just like the game. Don't really feel like playing the game, but I think they said they still play casually, like at locals and things like that. And we do that. It's like for fun. You still encounter meta, obviously, but it's more like laid back. People aren't sweats, But yeah, there's sweats in Yu-Gi-Oh like Fortnite. Play meta that zerg. Use the best cards, best deck. Okay, what are you doing, man? Gonna summon or what? I'll see. I might draw a Sphinx. Stop down Mausoleum. Pay 2,000. Summon the Sphinx. Stop down Pyramid of Light. So if I get any more, I can just play 500. Clear field with Rikeki. But I'm waiting to see if he's gonna summon. What are you doing? Got 2 pendulums. I know he can special summon something. He's trying to decide. He's having a hard time deciding. But it seems like that always happens. People are like, man, I'm tired of they walk away from the game and end up coming back to it. Bro, what in the world? See ya. Time limit. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, see if we grow. Take care and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.